This particular exhibit is all about the estuaries throughout Florida. As you progress through, you'll see different sections. The first thing we'll come to is a boardwalk in and around the mud flats. It's so critical that this area, with its vegetation to its wildlife and how it all interacts and keeps the oceans supplied with fish and animals. From there, you'll traverse into some other areas where they actually have a white wall with cross-section of the water and the sky. You can see at what depths different things lead. You find that it's an interesting place there too, because we have drawers that you can pull out for a little bit of hands-on thing. From that point, you'll go down into what seems to be a tunnel, and what it is going underwater. The sights and sounds there are replicated, and the sounds are actually recorded underwater. So as you go in that area, if you can give a little silence, you can hear it. As you leave that area, you come into an area that is all about the first people in the area. Those first people were the Calusa. They were here 12 to 6,000 years ago. They were very dominant people down in southwest Florida. An interesting thing about those people is they were very tall people, around 6 feet tall, and quite an awesome sight. They thought that it might be due to their fish intake. They, as a society, most societies will have something where they sustain themselves with, like corn or wheat or what have you. They did not do that. They just harvested the sea. They did hunt and they did gather things, but they did not particularly grow for that purpose. From there, you go into the chief's hut. It's a replica, obviously. It has been noted that as many as 2,000 people could live or stand or gather within that hut. An interesting thing too, though, is at one point they did work with and collaborated with the Seminoles, and they do say that if you see a large Seminole, it may have some Calusa blood in them. As you finish the exhibit, you go into the area where the Seminoles are. The Seminoles are the Native Americans that came down from Alabama, Georgia, possibly even the Carolinas, when the British pushed them this way as they colonized that part of the country. They came down mostly in the North Florida area, and they became the Seminoles from the Spanish word that means wild things.